everyone. I'm Gurvijay Singh Mahal, your showrunner and host of Gabfest Radio, where the community's voice matters most. Today, I'm here at a Poly Parade in Thane, and I have a voluntary coach, Mandeep, with me. I have recently started a new program called Youth Sports and Injuries Prevention, and I am set to promote youth engagement in sports with a focus on active participation and self care in the event of sports injuries. How are you, Mandeep?
I'm very good. How are you?
I'm also good.
Good, good.
My first question is what is the correct technique on delivering a accurate and powerful shot on the goal?
That's actually a deep question. There's a lot that goes into it. There's a lot of physicality, a lot of technique, many years of practice. Not an easy question to answer, but there's a lot that's involved.
Next question. What are the most effective ways to control or stop a fast moving ball during a match?
Okay, so to stop a fast-moving ball, there's a few things that go into that. Your body shape, as in which way do you want to receive the ball. Then there is a consideration of what is happening after you receive it. So which way do you want to touch it? Then there is a question of how heavy do you want to touch it. Sometimes you may want to touch it into space, in which case you may receive with a stiff foot, so it bounces off your foot into the space that you want to go, or you may need to cushion the ball so it stays next to you. Okay, so it really depends on the scenario, whether you want to, which way you want to go, where you want the ball to go next, what moment you are in. Maybe if you're in a defensive moment, you want the ball to stay with you. Maybe if you're in an attacking moment, you want the ball to be ahead so you can run onto it. So there is a few ways to do it. It's not a one answer will answer this question. There's a lot of variables that go into all of the in terms of how you want to touch it. Most importantly, it's going to be your experience, which is going to dictate how you want to touch it. Okay, so your question was, how do you want to receive it? It's going to come down to your experience and what you want to happen after the touch, not so much during the touch.
Okay, yeah. Thank you for explaining.
That's okay.
Could you please explain the proper form and mistakes to avoid when executing a legal and effective throw-in?
Okay, so steps to perform. Firstly, to understand what is a correct throw. So there's three elements to it. Your feet must be on the ground, both feet. The ball must be released from behind your head, and the ball must fall within the field of play. So that's what a legal throw is. An illegal throw is when you're not doing any one of those three things. So the common mistakes are, depending on your age, some kids when they're younger may jump when they throw, or they may throw the ball forward of their head, or the ball may slip from their hand. So older, experienced players, quite often when they're performing a throw that is close to them, so maybe a metre or two, they bring the ball over in front of their head because the ball doesn't have to travel further. So I would say the most common is the ball not being released from behind your head. Then it will be 1 foot leaves the ground. So I get that's two of the three things, but quite commonly, depending on the age of the player, they're the two most frequent mistakes.
Yeah. The last question is, what role does physical conditioning play in a player's performance, and how could they train off-field?
Physical performance, i.e. strength and conditioning, is an interesting point. It really depends on how old this player is that we're talking about. So if he's a young player, it plays a part, but what do? Do you focus on the strength and conditioning component when you're 6, or do you when the kid is young, or do you do it when they're a little bit older, or do you do it all the way across? So it's a very interesting question. I would say when the kids are younger, that is when they're 12 and under, depending on their maturation rate, I would be focusing on their technical skills at that age because they're not maturing at that point. Beyond 12, it's quite interesting how important strength and conditioning and physical fitness is I'd call it a full pitch game because there's more space to cover. So your physical fitness needs to be at a level where you can cover the full pitch. It's actually quite important. So physical fitness for an adult playing football, very important. Not so much for the younger kids. A coach sort of needs to understand, where the player's at. So physical performance for an older player, very, very important. Physical performance for a younger player, call it 6 or 8, not so important because they still have time to develop. What you should be doing, clubs frequently have strength and conditioning programs where they have an additional day's gym and an additional day's strength and conditioning where they're doing a lot of jumping, bounding, hopping work, lots of sprints, short sprints, diagonal sprints to increase the player's physical performance. So is it important? Definitely. How important for younger players? Not so much. What you can be doing, there's a lot of gym work, a lot of speed work, conditioning and strength that goes into a soccer player being a player that can play at a high level.
Thank you so much
That's okay.
today. Your time is really appreciated here, and we will be coming very soon with more updates on the Tarnet Note Football Club.
Just before we do go,
Yeah.
I want to appreciate your effort. I'm involved with a few other organisations, and it's good to see a young person doing what you're doing. I haven't seen it yet, and I've been involved in a few circles. So thank you for your time and your efforts in doing this interview.
Thank you.
Thank you.